After 100K, I'm laughing because I was literally on the phone talking to someone about this the other day. She's like, what? After 100K, she earned, I think it was 110, 115K. For every pound you earn over 100K, not only do they tax you at the higher rate, but they start to reduce your personal allowance.
Wow.
Yeah, we have a very harsh
I don't understand why. So using that example, how much do they reduce their personal allowance by?
So, for example, if you earned 120K or 115K, they'll reduce it by half. So basically, no longer, to make it the math simple, right? Let me say you earned £112,570. Yeah, because you earned £112,570, they will reduce your personal allowance by half. So now your personal allowance has gone down to 6,000.
Why?
Because they want to get more tax. Basically, I always say the way the UK tax system is set up is to try and keep everyone on roughly the same level. They don't want some people all the way up here and some people all the way down here. So what they do is, if you're earning low, they won't tax you that much. So that allows you to keep more of your money. If you're earning high, they'll tax you more so that it brings you down. So they try to keep everyone in like a middle band. Ever heard of normal distribution?
Yeah.
And ever heard of, what's it, at work when they try to say...
I know what you're talking about with the grading.
Your grade and how your performance.
I know what you're talking about. It's not forced distribution. Is that what it is? Basic forced distribution.
Basically, they want everyone in that middle space. So if you're earning a lot, they're going to start bringing it down.
Yeah.
If you're earning little, okay, we'll give you some allowance. You can, and that's why we have the benefit system, right?
Yeah.
So that even if you don't have a job, you still have money, so you can still play the game.
Yeah. But then that kind of, in my opinion, that like you disincentivize people wanting to work to a certain level, right?
Which is why you need to now know, we're talking about the 0%ers, the 1%ers, right?
Yeah.
And this is where you then need to know what you can do to keep more of your money.
Okay.
I will tell you,
talk about
being an employee, it's not a scam. Part of it is a scam.
Yeah.
But you can make it work for you. So especially if you have the kind of job that gives you benefits, private healthcare, car allowance, all that kind of stuff. And that you enjoy. But then on the other side, if you really want to make money, you have to go into business.
Yeah.
No salary. Even if your salary is 500K, they will still tax the life out of you. You won't see half of that 500K.
Yeah.
So you have to do other things that will allow you to keep your money.
Okay, we're going to talk about those things. We're definitely going to talk. Because actually, I was going to ask you, so in terms of income from business, right, which is slightly different, I guess how does the rates kind of apply? Do they apply in that situation?
So in business... no matter how much you earn, even if it's £1, you pay 19% tax. Sorry, let me not say how much you earn, how much profit, because obviously you're going to have business expenses. Yeah. So with business, and this is another thing, and another reason why I say half of work is a scam. I'm not completely against 9 to 5, by the way. There's loads of benefits of having a 9 to 5, but within the business world, you have your income from your clients, your customers, you have all the expenses. So there's loads of things you can take away. Whatever is left is what you pay 19% tax on. So it's not even 20%, 19%.
Yeah,
it's 1% cheaper. And you pay that 19%. Before, it used to be standard. When Mr. Rishi Sunak came into power, that did change. And so if you're a business that has a profit over 250K, then you pay 25% tax. But 250K salary and being taxed at 45%, no personal allowance, all of that kind of stuff. You can't compare that to 250K profit being taxed at 25%.
Yeah.
So can you see where you keep a little bit more of your money if it's in a company? Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, okay, a question here, because as a contractor, some people would set that up. Now, if you're taking, I don't want to get crazy technical with people. So one way to draw out money from the business is in the form of dividends, right? You know what? I'm going to have to get you to explain that now. What is dividends? Because people are going to be like, Atto, come on, man.
Yeah, let's talk about this, because this is another trap that I've seen some of my customers fall into, where they're like, okay, let me be a contractor, day rate, you have to open up a limited company. First of all, let me tell you, there is an administrative fee for opening up a limited, for running a limited company. Yeah. What do I mean? Like, you need to pay an accountant, right? You can't just, you're not going to, unless you are an accountant already and you can do your own accounts, you're going to need to pay an accountant to do your accounts. If you're going to have payroll, which we do recommend at least for a minimum level of salary, then you will pay to have a payroll provider, or you can do the payroll yourself, again, if you want to. But there's first of all, let's just establish that, because people are shocked at that, first of all. And then second of all, when it comes to being a contractor, like I said, the money is in the company. And this is why I say, I guess there's positives and negatives for everything. The money is in the company. So if you have a minimum salary that you take out, you can do that on payroll, off payroll. I won't go into the technicalities of that. Any accountant can talk you through that. But the other side, like you say, is taking it out as dividend. Now, dividend rates, if you earn your first 1,000, used to be 2,000, your first 1,000 is tax-free. So you can have that to yourself. A whole £1,000, and then
nothing, can it?
Exactly. And then if your total income, and so this is not just in your business, if you have a job, if you have any other income, side hustles, income from savings, capital gains, your total income as an individual, if that keeps you within the 50,270, that first lower rate, then you will pay 8.75% on your dividend.
Okay.
So it is better to take out your 33K, for example, as a dividend than as a, and you still get your personal allowance. Let's say you didn't have any other income, you just had dividend, you would still get your personal allowance and stuff like that. And then if you earn anything, if you're now a high rate taxpayer, let's say, again, all your income altogether in life in the UK comes up to more than the 50K, so you're going into, 60, 70K, then you will pay 33.75%, one of those, so it's still cheaper than paying 40%.
Okay. So they're incentivizing business owners.
Why do you think that is?
Wow.
Because many of these people have businesses, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of the ways that they keep their money.
I mean, Rishi doesn't he? Is he still? He's still
him and his wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Separate businesses.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the ways that you keep your money.